This week on Sailing Zephyr, we ride out our biggest storm yet at anchor.
James, is the boat coming?
Where? Hopefully the worst thing that happens is he misses his head.
We're gonna go over there and we're gonna try and pull it down for him and wrap it up and stick it in his cockpit.
Without my love for the ocean, I would be long gone by now. It's some kind of devotion that brings me
31.1 so far. We've had a bit higher before.
So I just thought I'd let you guys know what's going on. It's 4:30 in the morning. I've pretty much been up all night. We knew we had some high winds coming and they sort of kicked in about an hour ago. I've done my checks of everything. I've gone around the boat and I've been keeping an eye on the snubber, our position and everything like that, and all the other boats around us. And it's probably blowing about 30 knots at the moment, maybe gusting to 32, 34, somewhere around there.
James, is the boat coming?
Where?
So I just thought I'd quickly let you guys know what's going on. A boat behind us is broken free. It's washed somewhere onto the shore. It's way too crazy out there to try and help them at the moment. So there's nobody on board at the moment, so yeah, I just hope we'll see what happens. So another update, it's 5:45. Nat's been up with me. We've been sitting up top. It's pretty crazy here in the bay. As I said earlier, a boat behind us broke loose and it's on the rocks now. I mean, I wish I could have helped, but it's the middle of the night and there's chop and it would have been pretty crazy and dangerous in the dinghy. So, but I've just been keeping an eye on a lot of the other boats around here. So there is another boat that's on the beach over there, over the way. So yeah, that one, the mooring actually broke loose. So so yeah, so my routine just for the sort of the last 3-4 hours has just been to check my snubber and the chain, make sure everything's okay, nothing's rubbing or chafing, and then I've got a really powerful torch, this bad boy here, and I've been scanning all the immediate boats around me and just keep checking on their positions and then obviously checking on our position. So that's sort of what's been my routine since about 11 o'clock. If I don't check back in, it's because I went to sleep. So
The next morning, we could see the boat that had dragged anchor. He was lucky enough that his keel ended up on a sandbank right before the rock wall. Because he ended up on the Spanish military base, they dragged him into their marina and he rode out the rest of the storm in a protected marina.
yeah, they got him pretty close to the rocks, don't they?
We thought the last Medicane was bad. This is 10 times worse. And we're in a much more sheltered area and it's still 10 times worse. I can't even imagine doing this in that last area that we were in Ibiza.
Well, that was a crazy 24 hours, guys. It's 10 o'clock in the morning now. We've gotten up, had some coffee. It's finally calm. The day before yesterday, we knew we were going to be getting some high winds, so we prepped the boat. So we strapped down to all the biminis, put stuff away, checked all our lines. I even threw a backup snubber on. We were expecting sort of winds between 20 to 30 knots. But the wind was far higher than they had predicted. We had readings of 44.6 knots. But the boat did awesome. You know, we're at 10 feet of water, and I had about 100 foot of chain and then a 25-foot snubber. So we were basically operating on around 12 to 1. We got really good holding here, sand bottom. I dove on the anchor before. It was buried. You can't even see the head of the anchor, so I knew we were secure.
This poor boat ended up dragging anchor right past us. Pretty scary moment for both of us as it got pretty close at one point.
The wind caught hold of his headsail and it unfurled, and as a result it actually dragged his boat about a half a kilometer across the anchorage. Fortunately it was blowing out and away from the anchorage, so his boat didn't hit anybody else's boat, which was very, very fortunate. We were actually worried it might hit ours. You can see this guy's headsail's come unraveled and shredded, and we've got over 40 knot winds right now, and he's dragging, and there's just nothing we can do about it, which sucks. Hopefully he's got a big wide bay here, so and it's pretty much the same depth for quite a while. So what we're gonna do this morning is, before the wind really kicks up, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna try and pull it down for him and wrap it up and stick it in his cockpit.
Unfortunately, there is nothing we can do as he has secured the headsail with an extra 2 lines and the wind picks up before we are able to climb up and undo the lines. We later met the owner, who was extremely happy that the only thing he lost was a headsail. He ended up taking the boat into the marina and taking it down in there.
Not as easy as ours, is it?
After a hectic day and 2 crazy nights, we finally get a lull in the winds and we take the opportunity to get off the boat.
It goes round and round in circles, but I'm still on the ground. It's a dizzying day. I would give a lot to get away. It's getting real dark in here. Feels like I've been here 1,000 years.
We just got back from a massive shop. We were stuck on the boat yesterday. We couldn't get off because it was just crazy winds. And today we got off the boat when the winds calmed down about, I don't know, it must have been like 2:30 or something. And then we started walking and we just didn't stop walking because I just wanted to do some exercise, and I was like, we're just walking today, in a bit of a mood, so just started walking and walking and walking. Anyway, we went round to the next port, which is Algudia, and we bought some khakis. And James claims that he's never had a khaki before. You want to try?
Yeah.
It's good, right?
Ah, excellent.
He has had them before, but doesn't remember. There's Ethan's boat. Bye-bye, Ethan. We've just had a lovely visit from my cousin who works on the maritime life-saving boat. So he came over with his whole crew just to check up on us since we're going through a pretty bad storm here at anchor. Today's kind of chilled out a little bit, so we're going to go and take our rubbish in and get a few bits and bobs that we need that we're running out of.
Okay.
James is going to try and get his...
My spearfishing rubber broke, so I'm going to try and replace that. Also, I'm going to look for an attachment for the propane, I want to make a longer hose. So
Yeah, because it's currently sitting outside of the box, isn't it? So
yeah, that's
it
right.
kind of, or lazarette.
The lazarette, yeah.
So it makes it a little bit harder because it's sitting outside the lazarette.
Yeah. So this is deja vu for the third time. It's 3:30 in the morning, and we saw this wind coming, but it's proving to be a lot stronger than what was said, wasn't it? So I think they're saying 20 knots with maybe gusts to 25, and we're getting gusts close to 30 at the moment. Again, yeah. This is after they had that first big storm a couple days ago. We had another one in between that as well. That blew about 30 knots, didn't it? So
Yeah.
and this one's kicked up as well. So, but boat's holding well. We're anchored very well still. The boat yaws around quite a lot, so that's always quite worrisome. But it's doing okay.
No sleep.
No sleep again. So, and I think
It's just so loud in here. The wind is so loud. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels like 10 times worse when you're down here than it is up top, I guess.
yeah, it's all howling through the rigging, and
So you can't sleep even if you wanted to, even if you weren't worried as well. But obviously we are.
Yeah, of course we're
checking.
yeah. Well, we'll lay down for a bit. Put a movie on. Drifting out of sleep for a while. I haven't slept for 24 hours. It's all these wind, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've had one proper day of sleep in 3 days.
Yeah, I'm starting
Almost
to feel
4
it.
days.
I'm definitely starting to feel it now.
Yeah. It's calmed down a bit now.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to have 20 knots in the night tonight for maybe a couple of hours, and then it'll calm down for about 2 days. We'll see what the weekend's got in store.
Join us next week as we go full lockdown and prepare for what they call a Medicane, a Mediterranean hurricane. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but it is absolutely mental tonight. We have been riding out storm after storm at the moment, and we are both so exhausted. This is crazy!
One big smile across my face. We used to dance.
Consider clicking on us to subscribe to our channel and follow the journey aboard Zephyr.